perfectly where he attacked, and it kind of looked like it got off his toe of his stick a bit, but Evans was right there for the absolute bomb of a shot from the slot on this power play again, and Paris right Johnny on the spot to pick up the rebound. It was just a nice power play execution, attacking off the wall. Everyone's in their spots. The shot is ready to go. Looks like Kitchener may be calling a timeout here.
And what a shot off the stick of Paris, an absolute bottle rocket.
You know what I love? I love that he took his time to gather that. Like, you know, that's something that you don't realize. Maybe have a little more time instead of getting it and just flopping one quickly towards the net. Get it, gather it, and rip it properly. And he does so as a Kitchener goaltender tried to scramble into position after making a big electric toe save off of the Evans bomb, but it's just that little extra second.
Shouldn't that be a saying, a proper ripper?
A proper ripper?
It should be.
Yeah,
I think we just created
it. It's a new saying.
It's a proper ripper.
Get it on the merch.
A proper ripper. By the way, the merch flying off the shelves right now. You can tell it's Christmas season. As CineTV.com, I'm hearing all of the Christmas lists having Cine TV apparel.
Are we getting a lot of letters sent in of wish lists?
I don't have
to old Nick Paris, jolly old Nick Paris?
I'm hearing that Santa Claus said it's the number two thing right now beside Yeezys.
Besides Yeezy.
Yeezy's number one right now on the lists.
Oh, what a great breakout there by Evans.
Trying to spring Paris.
Shielded the puck with the defender pinching down the wall on him, gave him the kind of the middle, baited him, turned the other way, and hit Paris up the middle. Those are things that they kind of worked on a little bit here last few weeks as well. Those little breakout body positioning plays.
As Evans will gain the zone this time, rimming it all the way behind for Filiaggi. Looks like they're paired up as a wing duo as Paris and Real, the centers at this point in time for the Penguins, as they play center roulette without Wu, and I don't think anybody knows where Austin is, so hopefully he is okay. As the Rangers gain the pen zone on a potential 2-on-1. Shot comes in, and Clutter there to say no. The gold-clad Clutter with a glove save.
He's flashed that leather a little bit this year already early. Staying square to that 2-on-1 shooter, and you want to take the shot, go ahead, he says. DJ Ofterhide absolutely electrifying this sold-out crowd here today.
It is a big crowd for the Penguins' first home games of the 2022 season.
Oh!
A big slash and then driven into the wall is Hartman.
I think he went in on his own there.
He has no regard for his own health in situations like that. We've already seen him go through a goaltender, this time trying to go through a wall. His parents have had to replace multiple boards throughout his career, and now he draws a penalty. And so the Rangers are going to put this dangerous Penguin power play back in action, a tripping call here.
Old Hartsey, this kid's name sums him up. Hence the heart in there, as he is all heart.
Flying
all the time.
To take the penalty for the
Rangers. Can you imagine being Kitchener right now, lining up here on a penalty kill? Once again, they're 2 for 2 here are the Penguins, I believe. I could be wrong.
2 for 3 technically. The first one was short.
Was a 4-on-4 short one, yep. And you've got to go up against the Shub dog and the Hart. The Hart dog who gets tied up. Yeah, you know he's into it.
And we get right foot yellow behind the net as Hartman will even things up here. A holding call. They were playing Twister back there, buddy.
It was like a Greco-Roman wrestling match as they're looking to punch their tickets to the next Olympic Games if they ever let that sport back in there again. No, instead we've got speed wall climbing.
And tag. Professional tag.
Is that Olympic sport now?
No, but it should be.
Pretty close to being fully welcome.
On the Ocho.
Yeah.
We could cover that stuff on Cine TV. We should make a Cine TV the Ocho.
We should.
We've already talked about Cine TV After Dark, which has been shut down. But we should get Cine TV the Ocho and cover some tag, maybe a little Nerf gun battles.
Yeah.
As Jake Starr will pick the puck up. 4-on-4 action here. It's Shub and Real up front with Julius and Starr on the back. Starzy will swipe it away. Gaining the area behind the net to find Real. Real carrying through center. Has it knocked away, gathered in by Kitchener, sent up to the line, but kept in by Starr. He's driven from behind into the boards. No call. Back come the Rangers. A dump and chase action here as they'll put it behind Clutter. It'll be picked up by Schub. He'll reverse back around to Starr, who's up and just dandy. As Julius will battle behind the cage. The puck freed up again for Starr. His pass up through the defensive zone. Off the stick of Reel, now off the stick of Schub. The Penguins will get a line change. Armstrong and Carter on for the boys in black. Hartman in the sin bin for another 20 seconds. 9 remaining on the Ranger penalty. Only 8 seconds of power play time that time for the Penguins. As we get an arm raised and another whistle.
I don't know what that was. Interference? Kaminsky will be going, and there's a little board battle down there. I didn't see exactly what happened. They're coming in to talk about it. I think, are they reversing it?
So Kaminsky's heads off.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. So the Pens with a 4-on-3 here, and then a brief 9-second 5-on-3 for the Rangers. So the Rangers with the turkey on the table, trying to make a bit of a comeback. Kaminsky off for an interference call in a battle.
So 5-on-3 now as Kitchener's player out, and here comes Hartman. 2-1, and he is out.
So the Penguins with a regular 5-on-4 penalty kill. Hartman hustles to the bench. The Penguins deploy Paris. Paris and Carter in front for a shot from the Rangers, finding the breadbasket of Clutter. There's a battle in front. Whistles blow, and we'll get a face-off in the Penguins' end. Clutter appeared less than happy with a stick that he got into the midsection.
He's like Jordan Binnington sometimes. He just snaps.
He's an emotional player, but it's what makes him what he is.
Yeah, you need that.
As the Penguins bank it heavy off the boards, chasing it down. Carter, you mentioned smooth skating, just winning a race. Gets hooked but able to pull it around, get a good shot. Good defensive back pressure there. I think they got a lot of stick on stick as it's tossed into the Penguin bench, trying to take out Coach Jeff Hannon. Penguins deploying all 4 coaches this weekend as well. As we've got head coach Jeff Hannon, he's flanked by assistants on the offensive doors, Jason Julius. Striking a pose back there, none other than Chris Merlot, and of course Kyle Verbeek. So deploying a full coaching deployment for the boys in black. We've got 6 minutes to play here in the second period. The Penguins lead 4-1 as Ofterheide will get to the puck and rim it along the dasher board out the center. Penguins still killing a penalty here for 25 more seconds. As the Rangers will bring it in, defended by Villela. Shot to the glove side. All but like thrown back out by Clutter. Gathered by Villela. Up for Ofterheide off the stick of Armstrong. And it's back out the center to be pressured by Filiaggi. Back pressure from Armstrong here. As you can tell the lines are getting a bit jumbled.
Here we go.
Come to Filiaggi. A 2-on-1. He's got Armstrong. And Kaminsky joining. He should have jumped in the play there. Here comes Filiaggi. A pass across. Defended well. Rio comes crashing down, knocked down on the play, Armstrong. Rio weaving through center, or through the middle of the ice. As it's tapped back out, Armstrong there to gather it. He'll go across for Julius. Julius up off the stick of Rio, bouncing puck. Fresh on the ice was Evans. Couldn't get control, and the Rangers will dump it in on Clutter. He'll set it up for Starr. Starr looking for Julius. It's taken away. Penguins had all 3 forwards all the way up at center ice. It was Shuby, Reel, and Evans. I think they've moved Schub to the right.
There goes
wing
Evans
side
wide
now.
here.
Reel hit him, pass a bit in the skate, but gathered in. Evans driving wide. Good move, almost Reel-esque there to kind of bait and then use the crossovers to create speed and space. He'll find Merlot at the point. Penguins doing a good job low to high. That's the second or third chance that came off the stick of a defenseman. And ends up with a scoring chance in front. Starr with a shot that's fanned on a bit, and back come the Rangers.
Oh.
Two players tied up at center. Reel gets control. Can he get free? He'll take a bit of a stick. He keeps control. He'll fire it just wide. Evans to the rebound. He rims it all the way around behind for Reel. Reel to it for Shub. Oh. And Reel's headed off. Both players, I think, headed off. And Reel will get an extra shove. Oh, just Reel. Oh, no, both. It'll be Reel, and I sound like Bill Hillgrove. I was listening to him call the Steeler game the other day. He's like, and that's our Steeler touchdown. I was like, I didn't think the Steelers had the ball. They did not. It was a Tampa Bay first down.
So
but an absolute legend.
Who's Pitt playing today? Aren't they playing?
8 o'clock against the Louisville Cardinal in Louisville.
Here we go. What's the thinking on this one? Is
Louisville's a 2.5-point favorite according to
bad.
most of the betting sites. 50 plus, 56% of the money going to the Panthers in that one.
I see they're honoring Doran Dickerson, a buddy of mine, ex-Pitt Panther, All-American.
What a great guy.
A great guy. Actually worked for the Penguins for a while there. Big sports fan. Local Pittsburgh sports celebrity and one of the great tight ends out of this area. Will be there as an official guest of honor for the Pitt Panthers, as I saw last night across social media. A little bit of chaos here. I don't know what's going on now.
They wanted to take the penalties off the clock. They were running the 2 penalties, but the coincidentals, you don't put them up. You just release the Hounds after the
whistle.
Yeah, after a whistle, after their penalties expire. So they'll do the math down there. Bobby Starr has his shoes off as he's trying to figure out what time they'll get released.
He also has a calculator.
And a drop puck, but the referee discussing things with the Penguins bench, so we'll get another attempt at it. As we are 5-on-5 hockey, coincidental minors. I will say this, I'm guessing there's been a conversation 3 or 4 times now where Clutter's taken a shot, and I'm guessing he's about done with that. So keep an eye on that as well as the puck comes in. Wedge to the outside. Kaminsky will bury a Ranger in front, and that's kind of what I expected. The front of the net's going to turn into a bit of a war zone, I would imagine. Paris wedges it up the wall, kept at the point, shot off the stick of Kaminsky. Battled for behind. The Rangers get control. Shot off of Clutter. High stick to the air. No call. Shot comes in. Deflects around. Bouncing puck will be sent to the backside and swiped away by Paris. Wedged up the wall. Kept in at the point. Penguins scrambling a bit here. 14 is Sparre for the Rangers as he was able to fire it deep.
Mini Hawk making an appearance in the booth.
Hartman able to get it out the center. Penguins need to gain that line and get off as he takes a bit of a shot from behind. He'll wrestle somebody down as we again, right foot green here. Just inside the Kitchener line as this one gets a bit chippy. Fresh on the ice is...
We got some fresh bodies now after Kitchener in their Penguin zone for some chaos. Got a full line change here now. We'll see if they can take advantage of some tired Rangers players.
As I think that's Carter with it. Down low, it'll come to Filiaggi. Filiaggi twisting around. Up top for Ofterheide. He'll go D to D to Villela. His shot comes screeching into the blocker side, put to the corner. There's Armstrong pressuring. Taken by the Rangers to the opposite side, and they'll reverse. Armstrong there on the forecheck. Wedged up the wall, kept at the line by Villela as the Penguins pressure. Nice dish by Armstrong to Ofterheide, who fires one in. He's got a goal and a helper off those shots so far in this one. As Filiaggi will pick things up at center. Weaving through, cutting through the middle. Filiaggi's in the zone, challenges a defender one-on-one, and has it knocked away to the corner. Villela picks it up there. Back to Filiaggi. In front for Carter. He'll twist and turn. Knocked past Filiaggi, gathered in by the Rangers, and it's icing if it's far enough, and it is. With 1:18 to play here in the second period. Penguins leading 4-1. Rio comes out of the box, as does Huber. Penguins will try to do something to get lines back. It looks like it was Filiaggi and Evans, but all these penalties, it looks like Parrish back at center. He'll be with Rio, I'm guessing. That's who was centering before his penalty. Evans paired up with Schub now as Parrish gets control. He dances in the corner. He'll go back to Evans. Evans takes a look before the puck gets there. Over for Starr. Starr's shot in. Freed puck. Loose in front. Covered up by the goaltender. It was just clear at the side of the cage, but the official losing sight of it. Paris will take the offensive zone faceoff. Evans getting in, able to get control, but it's knocked away as he couldn't quite get the shot through. Here will be Julius with it in his own end. Over for Starzy. Starzy looking. Back to Julius. Good reversal. Julius's pass, though, picked off. The Rangers are in on an offside play. Worrell and Starr tied up in the Penguin zone, and offsides we go with under a minute to play. We are back live. And we are now officially 10 subscribers away. So if you hear this right now, click that subscribe button. If you don't know how to log into your YouTube account, it's your Google account. If you have a Google email, you have a YouTube account. Go ahead, log in, click the subscribe button.
Yep, click it. Or ticket. That's what they say.
On the highway with Colby Armstrong. As it freed up for Schub. Schub up for Evans in a 1-on-2 here. Evans will get it deep and look for a change as he is interfered with. And the Pens will head back to the power play. Evans down the boards, able to take the body.
Yep. That was a good call right there. You get the puck in behind, you want to use your legs, and Kitchener defender and their captain, Schust, says, I'm not letting this little speedster by me, and has to interfere, and will sit for a minute and a half just because of the good work there by Cam Evans and using his legs. 11 seconds left in the period. They can't execute off this face-off, Jeremy, this power play carry into the third.
Puck pops free, out high to Merlot.
Oh,
his pass just picked. It'll be sent all the way down. It's icing, and that's something the Canadian team's not used to.
Yeah.
Right? They're allowed to ice on the penalty kill. So this 2.2, I'm not saying it's going to matter, but that's one of those things. We talked to Trevor Edwards when the 11s were in Canada.
Yeah.
He was nice enough to join us on the broadcast in the third period of the one game, and he was talking about that. I was talking about the adjustments the American teams have to make. He's like, it's even harder when you go the other way. When you have the delayed offsides or the non-delayed, when you can't
weird.
ice on the PK. And there's an example of it. That's one maybe heavy off the boards, has the same effect.
Shuby flip.
Winds those 2 seconds off. They're much more used to being able to just fire that down the ice and end the period.
Yeah, which is the way it should be, but
I think rumor has it USA Hockey might be taking a look at some of those things.
That and the offsides probably, right?
They love the offsides, from what I hear.
Do they?
They love it because it makes you make a play as a player at the neutral zone.
Like, that's in theory, that's the thing. But how many times do we see, and we talked about this in Detroit, where it's just a schmozzle and it just kicks in and kicks out, and it's a beep, 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 beep. Like
what we had here where the kid's an eighth of a step in.
Yeah,
and
it's just,
it
does, I think, the thought of it is good. I really like the thought of it. But I think we see it really slow down and butcher games where maybe they just say, hey, you know what? I like the thought of it. If it's a bang-bang and it doesn't mess the play up, a player still has to check up. It's like a hybrid. If they could find a little hybrid action in there with the officials to allow them to kind of make a judgment on a bang-bang in-and-out play where we're not getting whistle and another whistle. And it's just like...
I think anytime you institute gray areas for officials, you give yourself the chance at a really brutal situation.
A lot of gray area. I like that, though. I kind of like that. I know that's even at the NHL level. This conversation is, what are we doing with this? What's happening with this rule change? And it's like, can we just let the refs make their decisions and, like, have some human error in the game and make it fun and, like, these things happen? But if we're going to get it right, we got to get it right. And then We get reviews.
So the Penguins on a power play. Real with a backhander streaking down. Evans will get control and slow things down here. Trying to set up. The Penguins have done a good job with the man advantage thus far. Here's a shot from Kaminsky off of a stick picked up by Evans. He'll tap it in behind for Brody Carter. So the Penguins got Evans, Carter, and Real on the power play. Swiped away from them deep and kicked. And there was one that kicks all the way to Merlot. He tries to go D to D. That's picked off. Driving in with a backhand shot is Patrica. That's kicked away by Preston Clutter. Sweet buttery crumpets. What a save.
Oh my word.
As Evans goes silky mitts down the wing and tries to roof one, but his luxury condo was already rented.
Literally, like, very Harry Houdini-esque. Now you see me, now you don't. See ya. Peace.
As Filiaggi gets it at center, he'll tap it to Shub. Shub up for Villela. Villela back to the middle. He was looking for Filiaggi. It'll be Huber for the Rangers. Ofterheide gets control and pops it into the corner. Martin picking it up there for Kitchener. Hit taken away by Ofterheide. Ofterheide having a game today. 1-1, I believe, on the stat sheet, but he's been impactful all over. As Shub digging at the side of the cage is put onto the wallet. Protected well, and it will be an offensive attacking zone draw for the Penguins.
Back to even strength here as that power play did come.
We got some Colby Armstrong agreement. U12 hockey, not pro. Just let the kids be kids.
Oh, I wouldn't say I'm the smartest guy in the game, but I'm damn near close. Thank you. Thank you, Shepard.
Right now, I am next to the smartest guy, one of, in Hagen. As it's off the glove of Villela, picked up. Huber with a shot, kept out by the stick of Clutter. It's the Rangers behind the Penguins net. 13 minutes to play, third period action.
Here we go.
It comes to Shub. He tries for Armstrong. It's taken away, and back come the Rangers. Shot to the chest, gathered in by Clutter, donning a new lid, a new bucket for Preston Clutter. And the 11s, we saw them up here earlier. I think they've vacated the gym in their pregame warm-up. But talk about an awesome thing. Like, we see all the teams warming up before games, and, the kids are outside, doing the stretch, doing this. The Penguins here at home, we don't get to do it much, but they've got access to a full training facility. They're riding the bikes before, and they've got stretching going on in there. We just saw the 11s doing it just a few moments ago, as they'll be taking the ice in about half an hour. A beautiful touch pass by Paris is defended well by the Rangers and kept in. To the corner to be battled with Starr. Starr will wedge it forward. Can pass, but legal in the D zone. It's Paris. He's got Hartman with him. Paris and Hartman. Julius joining. As Evans, it's knocked off of Paris' stick. Evans will get there on the forecheck pressure, but it's out to center come the Rangers. Back checking through is Paris to make it a 2-on-3. It'll be taken by Starr. Put over for Hartman. Hartman chopping at it, and Paul Bunyan's it all the way to the Ranger end for an icing.
Hartman could see big 88 here. Butler, the bigger players we've seen this year too, coming up on him. And he was like, I better just get a piece of this and try to get out of the way. Butler's been involved all over the ice for Kitchener as well, defensively, offensively, physically.
As Brody Carter tries to clear the zone, it's turned back by Martin, taken by Merlot over to Carter. Carter popping it up the wall. He was trying to get it up for Real, who was swooping at that blue line, trying to break free. He'll come back in the zone and run the breakout from the right side. His pass for Filiaggi's picked off, and there's the big Butler able to put it back to the Penguins line, and the Rangers gain the zone. McLean has it taken away. Great defensive play by Merlot, and he'll lead the rush this time. He's got Filiaggi and Carter, followed up by Real. Real in support there on the rush, able to get control, spinning one to the middle. It's knocked back to the corner where Carter's after it. It'll go up into the mesh protective netting here at the Lemieux Center, and we get a whistle and a stop in play.
I'm getting yelled at.
What'd you do this time?
I forgot to get a drink for my daughter at Starbucks, even though I didn't actually. Well, I went there early in the morning, and then she wanted one. I didn't go back. Later on, I had to run out, get passport pictures. Of course, I'm a brand new American citizen.
Yes. He is.
Just over a week ago.
For the first time on Cine TV, the American version of Colby Armstrong.
Yep. Confidence is oozing. I had to go get passport pictures printed today. I've got to hit up Buffalo Monday morning as the Penguins play the Edmonton Oilers Monday night. So I've got to race down, get a passport process done, and then race back to be back in time to be in studio to work the Penguins game.
Penguins off to a hot start.
Yep.
3-0-1 points in every game. That Montreal game, I'm sure they would want that third period back. But scoring 6 goals in each of their wins. 6 goals in each of their wins. I
think they're averaging 4 goals a game, which is a recipe to be winning most games, which they are early right now. And
as one comes off the post and off of Clutter and behind. So this game's certainly not over. A shot from the point catches the pipe, then goes off the pad of Clutter.
It's very Jan Rutta-esque of a shot, just from the back end. It goes low to high as Jan Rutta scored his first for the Penguins the other night, and it was kind of the same similarities. As players crossing in front of Clutter. If I was between the benches, I'd have had a better view of that shot, but
I believe Nick Parrish is working on that technology to get you between the benches.
Wouldn't that be something?
And then Jeff Hannon doing his best to make sure it never happens. As no coach wants it down there, no matter what. We've had to be between the benches before to do the streams up on perches. Stuff like that. I remember that first time where Coach Trevor comes around the corner, looks up, shakes his head, and just is like, "Oh boy, Evans is going to be right above me."
Yeah.
Certainly something no one wants.
Quit critiquing me, Jeremy. Quit.
I told him I brought a dry erase board so I could help him understand the game a little better.
Yeah. Well, the last thing they want is the world's smartest hockey guy like myself in there.
As the Penguins have a 2-on-1, it's Hartman and Parrish playing catch at the blue line. Here's Parrish with it along the wall.
Oh, great play.
Hitting Julius. Rebounds in front. It's under a mass of humanity.
It's flipped in, no goal. Puck was loose.
It's underneath a Kitchener Ranger in the crease. It's in the net.
Yeah, it got flipped over into the net just as the whistle blew. It was not totally covered, although it looked like it was.
Yeah,
I don't know who flipped it in the net,
blew.
unless Filiaggi threw it in with his hand, maybe.
So no goal on the play, and he wasn't under a Ranger. I thought he got up and the puck was there, but it was in the back of the cage. No goal nonetheless. It'll be Filiaggi in the corner. Battling is Parrish. Parrish and Filiaggi supporting each other, and the Penguins will come away with it.
Look to be hooked there.
Knocked down on the play, getting back up where a shot in front is Parrish. As it's back in behind, it'll be Kiesewetter for the Rangers, battled by Filiaggi. Parrish follows on. It'll be Parrish again. Good puck support, able to get it to Hartman. Hartman back behind for Filiaggi. Filiaggi, look at that, head up, twisting, centering a feed off of Hartman. It'll come free to Parrish and swiped out by the Rangers. Good pressure there by the Pens as we get to the 9-minute mark. Coming back after that Kitchener goal, the Penguins tilting the ice a bit here as Starr drives in and drives a player into the wall. He's going to sit. So getting one early in the third. Now the Rangers head to a minute and a half with a man advantage.
Starzy was on a mission, just getting up ice and trying to stay on that forecheck as he was kind of just kept trying to track a puck down in the offensive zone and re-attacking, and got body on body, and he's a big boy. He leaned on that defender for Kitchener, and they crashed down on the boards, and more often than not, you'll get that every time. You know, since becoming an American citizen, Jeremy, my social media has been absolutely blowing up. I got an offer sent to me and a message that they're going to be sending me a Freedom Funnel. It's an American eagle emblazoned in American flags and Americana, and it's like one of those beer chugger things.
Nice.
It's so cool, hey? A Freedom Funnel.
A Freedom Funnel.
We may have to bring that on the road in the
Evans on the penalty kill, able to tie up a Ranger, freeing it up for Carter. So we're going to have Freedom Funnel. If we can get to 1,000, we can stream it live from the lobby.
Let's do it.
In Cleveland, because I'm pretty sure that's our next road trip.
Yeah, that's where we live.
As it'll come back to Merlot with a shorthanded missile towards the cage.
Get some of the moms in on the Freedom Funnels too, you know.
As it comes off of the stick of Warhol, Merlot battles, it wedges it back out the center. Rangers pick it up with the man advantage. 30 seconds left as they drive in. Kicked away by Clutter. Picked up by Real. He'll swipe it all the way down. It's icing on the Penguins. So here the Penguins ice on the penalty kill as Real sweeps it all the way to the other end.
Yeah. We know the rule though, right?
We do. He was aware that would be
He was just
icing.
like, I'm getting this thing out of here.
Yeah.
23 seconds on the Star penalty as his old man is set to open the gate for him here. 4-2, 7:51, 7:50 now in this game. Penguins looking to hang on, Jeremy, and close it down. A little crunch time action here.
Rangers with the man advantage as it pops all the way to the corner. Brought back on by Real up through center. Real will get the red line this time, pop it way in behind. Butler for the Rangers will pick it up.
Star is out.
And the Rangers have a potential 4-on-2, and Filiaggi comes on the ice and just disrupts the play. As Huck for Kitchener will pop it in behind. Here's a cool fact. I played against Kitchener when I was a kid. So Cameron getting to play one of the teams I've played in my life when I was much younger.
Like a Kitchener youth hockey team, the
yeah,
Rangers?
the Rangers.
Yeah,
this
awesome.
Same program.
Where is Kitchener, Waterloo? It's just outside of Toronto by Hamilton on the way.
Yeah, I think it's on the other side of Hamilton from Toronto.
On the way kind of from Toronto to here, inside more.
Yeah, I think it's like maybe between there and like Windsor area.
Yeah. Well, there's a little boarding interference. Armstrong keeps his feet moving.
And the Pens will head to the power play here. The alternate that's a big A on the jersey. For their alternate captain, Keiswetter, who's going to have a seat. Minute and a half power play here for the Pens. Penguins have had a good power play when they've stayed on the power play.
Yeah.
A couple times they've gotten the power play abbreviated, either having taken the original penalty, then going to 4-on-4. They had another one where they had the power play and took a penalty. But when they've had the man advantage, they've 2 power play goals here as Filiaggi has a backdoor feed from Julius, and it just rolls off of his stick. Dumped in by the Rangers. It'll be Shuby back to get it. Shuby will leave it there for Star, who finds Filiaggi, and back come the Penguins. He'll set it up in the Ranger zone as he uses the body to protect the
need
puck.
some more numbers to help him.
He'll get it back anyway. Here's Star, tickling that blue line. Over to Julius. Star using the body now as the Penguins play it up along the line. Centering feet for Shuby was tied up nicely, and it will be icing.
Oh, I think it's going to hold up. It's going to hold up. Yeah, he wanted to have the action. Kitchener Ranger junior hockey team, the OHL alumnuses that played in Kitchener. Gabriel Landeskog and Nazem Kadri, both recent Stanley Cup champions.
Names on the cup.
Brian Bellows, if you remember that name. I was a Bellows fan. Brian Trottier, however, not. Robert Bertuzzo, also another name that cracks that list.
That was one of my favorite clips, the Brian Bellows clip.
Yeah, unbelievable, isn't it? Unbelievable.
I see Shepard chiming in again.
Derek Roy, again, another name for you. Ex-Buffalo Sabre.
Buffalo Sabre legend. Drew Carlson heard the name and just appeared out of nowhere.
Yeah, they're in the house. They play right after this. Yeah. Young Jack Carlson, I think he's probably having a pretty good year. The game's he's a pretty darn good player.
Gem just sees 2-3 steps ahead. But Shepard chiming in, these two teams having played a couple weeks ago, I agree. I think both teams look improved from that. Penguins getting their legs after, kind of the start. Haven't played in 2 weeks. So able to kind of get their legs under them. We've seen good plays, some good puck pressure, and we get a whistle here.
Dylan Hartman draws a penalty, I believe, a little body check, and all that banging and crashing and falling in the goalie is starting to pay off as he's getting under the skin. It took 2.5 periods. Hartman is always around it and always involved and always has a little mud on his nose, kind of, as he's digging around in there. Dirt on his face.
So the Penguins power play, it'll be 2 seconds of 5-on-3, and then they'll have another minute and a half with the man advantage here. 5:09 to play, and I'll be honest, I'd like to see him get one here. It's a 2-goal game. Feels like it should be maybe a 3 or a 4, but it's not. So here's Ofterheide setting things up. 5-on-4 advantage for the Pens.
Oh, Hartman is
drilled in front of the net. He's up and okay, it looks like, as Velella will find Evans.
Always gets up. Oh, what a play.
Backside feed. There's Paris fanning on one in front for Hartman. Sends it across the crease. Evans will get there and calm things down a bit. Attacking, sending a backside feed that's off of a stick, picked up by Hartman, centering pass, put to the corner. Hartman buried against the wall. Don't do it, Dylan. The Pens are going to have more of a 5-on-3 advantage here.
He's under everyone's skin is Hartman. Literally everyone. He's just in the hard areas. He's 66 and 88 in the penalty box. Butler involved all over as well for Kitchener. Will sit now as they try to make a comeback. A little hard to do, down 2 guys here for almost a full minute.
The 2011s gathered by the glass here to watch the end of the 2010s action. We'll be bringing you that game as well here on Cine TV. Shot from Velella, gloved and held. 45 seconds of 5-on-3 action here. Penguins have Velella and Ofterheide, Filiaggi, Carter, and Reel.
Goal here would really help put this game out of reach for the Penguins.
As Reel tries to find that high short corner, just missing. Velella keeps at the point. He has some time and space as it's a 5-on-3. Ofterheide will twist at the blue line. Back for Ofty. Across to Filiaggi. Back up to Ofterheide. Ofterheide in attack mode here. He'll find Filiaggi. Crossing along the top, sending one across. It was between Carter and Ofterheide. Ofterheide will get to it. Back to Filiaggi. Filiaggi to Ofterheide. Filiaggi with a shot down low, kick the side. First penalty expiring here. So Penguins with a 5-on-4 as Ofterheide fakes a slapper. Backside for a one-timer by Filiaggi that's kicked out.
Good thinking on the movement there.
Wedging it towards the middle, but it'll be Velella on the half wall. Penguins still with the man advantage. Velella controlling all the way across. There's the stick of a Ranger, and back they come through center. It's Petricka.
And that'll be
yanked down, and the Rangers are head to the power play now. So a game filled with special teams, power plays, penalty kills, 4-on-4
coming down to it here.
And we're going to see more of it as we'll see 10 seconds of 4-on-4, then a minute and 20-second penalty kill. The Penguins are going to have Brady Paris and Carter Schub to start it with Starr and Julius. Schub on the draw, controlled by the Rangers. Lukiza behind. Julius gets control, able to dislodge the puck, but it's controlled by the Rangers. It's Pline at the point. Down low, they play give and go out of the corner. Rangers were unable to keep at the blue line as Petricka comes weaving in. 91, Fedorov-esque.
He's smooth.
Into the zone, leaving it to the point. Pressured by Schub. Reversed back to the point. Here comes Brady Paris over to pressure. That pressure forces the turnover, and Paris will get control. He crams it up the wall for Schub, who gains the red line and dumps it all the way into the Ranger end. Halfway through the penalty here as the Rangers swoop behind their cage. Off the stick of a Ranger, battled for it. The line, Armstrong gets control. It's knocked away at the last second. He was trying to get Evans.
Get it over here.
Julius now. Across for Evans. Tapping it up to Armstrong at the blue line. He's tied up and back come the Rangers. Evans with back pressure. Starr defends as Evans takes it to the wall. He'll get control. A good battle play there by 43. The bodies hit the floor in front of the Penguins bench as the Rangers tap it to the corner. Penalty expiring as it's sent out in front. Julius there to defend. He gets driven to the boards. Armstrong to the puck. He'll get crunched as well. Fed in front, defended well by Julius. Evans to the puck in the corner, and he fires it all the way across the ice to Armstrong. He gets control as a defender, falls down, weaves inside out. Great backside feed to Filiaggi, who plays Dipsy Doodle Dunkaroo, finding the 5-hole and making it 5-2.
Oh, what a play. I believe it was Julius. No, was it Evans?
Evans across to Armstrong.
Picked it up in his skates, and Big Butler kind of caught the blue line there, tripped over it. Armstrong dipsy doodled around him, then beat the triangle on a quick, tight pass. Good job by Filiaggi, who's had another strong game here. He picked up where he left off 2 weeks ago in Detroit, and unbelievable hands there to give a little how-she going, then tuck it back through a stretch-out goaltender's 5-hole. And that, just with just over a minute to go here, Jeremy, may have been the big goal they needed here to ice this game as Kitchener's looking to put on the pressure.
We see more net front as these teams will come together 2 more times, so message sending in full effect here. It'll be Filiaggi leaning over the dot in the defensive zone. Wins the draw to Merlot, snaps it around to Armstrong. They just hooked up on the most recent Penguins goal. It's taken away from him by Bowman. Penguins will work it all the way up through center off of Hartman. Here comes Armstrong, weaving to the inside, sending a backhander off the pad. A better save. What a move there off the corner. Filiaggi back up through center. He's able to tie up Huck and put it outside of the Penguin line. Armstrong tries to tap it off the wall. Warren will send it all the way in off of Clutter. Merlot rims it around. There's Hartman tapping it to the middle. Filiaggi will get it all the way out the center.
One more shot at Hartman there in front of the bench, and
Merlot gains the Ranger zone. Plays it behind. 6 seconds remaining as we tick away. The Penguins will be 2-0 against the Rangers to start the season with a 5-2 victory.
And looking at this game, a big change from the last time these two teams met, and we hear from Shepard about the improved play by both these teams, and a big separator today, and you look at the scoreboard, is the power play, Jeremy, coming through for this Penguins team here today with a couple good goals and executed plays on the power play. So game 1 of 3 this weekend against Kitchener, and we'll look to see if that power play can rear its head again in the next few games.
And the next game coming up tonight, I have so many games, I'm not 100% sure what time it is.
I will not be at that game.
5 o'clock.
I have a Penguins versus Columbus Blue Jackets game.
No, they're playing Kitchener.
Yes. I'm talking about the
other
NHL.
the big Penguins.
The Big Pen. So tons of hockey, tons of Penguins hockey today.
So you're headed downtown to the studio.
Yep.
To do pre and post game?
Pre and post game on the radio,
what do you do in
on
between?
TV. I kick my
Watch
feet
the
up,
game,
I eat pizza.
I was going to say,
yeah.
Pizza of choice down there? Is it
Big Jay Caulfield, he likes to order in, and usually gets us a sausage.
I'm a big sausage pizza guy.
Sausage pizza guy, and he puts the order in. He likes the green peppers lately. A big green pepper pizza
I'm not a
guy.
big veggie on my pizza guy. But
I am. I love it.
I'll just go straight sausage. Maybe throw a little bacon in there.
Yeah, I kick my feet up and I chill and I just dissect the game and take notes and then get it down to a guy that actually builds all these awesome little videos for me. And that's it.
And so I'm sure
of
we'll
course
tune
I'll
in
be
and
watching
see you.
City Swirl.
We'll be watching some Cine TV while you're down there. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. And stay tuned. We'll be right back here real quick.